ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषु तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहैतुकी। We are reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 61, verse number 1. In the previous chapter we studied Krishna's joking words with Rukmani and Rukmani's reply, and then Krishna explaining why he did it. And now in this chapter there is a description of his family life, his wives, children, etc. and some more story about Rukmani's brother Rukmi. Sri Shuka uvacha ekekaishastah krishnasya putran dashabalaha ajijavannavam avaman pituhu sarvatma sampada. Sri Sukdev Goswami said that Sri Krishna, he got 10 sons from each of his wives. So Dasa Abala, Aji Janath gave birth to 10 children each. And Pituhu Anavaman, they were equal to him, not less. So Avaman is less and Anavaman is not less. Sarvatma Sampada. So they were all like his Atma and not less in any way. Grihad Anapagam Viksha Rajaputryochutam Sthitam Preshtham Nyamanshata Swam Swam Na Tat Tattva Vidah Striya. And Krishna, he was with all the queens simultaneously. So the queens, they noticed that he is with her. Each one of them thought that he is with her and he is not going unless some special occasion when they all come together and have some festival. But otherwise, each one thought that she is the most dear wife because Krishna never leaves. So Grihad Anapagam, he never goes away. Viksha Rajputra Achyutam Sthitam. So seeing this, Preshtham Namanshata Swam Swam. So each one thought that she is the most favorite one because they knew that he has many wives and if he is not leaving means others don't get much time. So why this happened? Na tat vidaha. So they did not know his tattva. So vadanti tat vida and they are na tatveda. So that's why they thought like that. So Sri Vishnu Chakravarti comments. So Eka Shashti Tame Krishna Putra Potrabhi Dhauchyate Dyuta Han Rukminam Ramo Aniruddha Dvaha Parvani. So in this 61st chapter, there is list of names of 8 principal queens. So he will give 10 into 8, 80 names of his sons. And there is also a description how Rukmi, brother of Rukmani, was killed by Balram during the marriage festival of Aniruddha. So I think I said wrongly. Aniruddha was not married to Rukmi's daughter, but Rukmi's granddaughter. Rukmi's daughter was married to Pradyumna. It's very strange. And granddaughter was married to Aniruddha. So they were fixed on this family. So Krishna married Rukmani. His son married Rukmani's nephew, niece, and the son married the grandniece. So Rukmani was having in his own family get together. So it says Taha Krishnasya Abla Bharya. So they, the wives of Sri Krishna, Pituhu Sri Krishnasya Sarva Atam Bhuta Sarup Bhutaya Sampatyah Anavman Anyunan. So they were all equal to Krishna. In what sense? He says, whatever qualities, characteristics, wealth Krishna had, they also had it. Because they were like Atam Bhuta, like his own very Swarupa. In the Vedas it is said that Atma vai putra namasi or Atma vai jayate putra, that Father himself is born the Son. So here it seems really true because they were just like him. And then the next one, Grihad Anapagam. Grihat Swaswapurat Anapagam Priti Purvakam Anya Bharya Purani Nap Gachantam So they realized that he is not going to the palace of other wives, and therefore they thought that he loves or she loves him and he loves her more than anyone else. Kintu anurodha vashadeva katachit evati viksha. But it is not that he never left home, because he was also going to the assembly of the king Ugrasena, and also other times when there was some special occasion, festival, meeting together, then he went. Atmanam swam swameva preshtham param subhagam nemanshata. Therefore they thought that she herself is the most dear to him. Natu anyajanam, not that someone else is as dear as she. Kintu atarkya yoga maya sarva priyajana subhagta sampadakam tasya tattvam nevidanti tita. But because Krishna's maya works in a supralogical manner, so they did not realize, because logically it is not possible. If you are in this room, you cannot be in the next room also simultaneously. You can go and come, but at one point in time, you can only be in one place. But Krishna's Yoga Maya can manifest in a way that Krishna can appear in different places simultaneously. So they did not know this, that's why they thought. So therefore there was no jealousy, no possibility of. Otherwise in the royal courts, if the king has more than one wife, there is always jealousy. We read the story of King Chitraketu, that he got one son, and then all other wives became completely jealous, so much that they poisoned the baby. So jealousy is a poison itself, and they gave it to him, the baby. So these queens were not like that. Otherwise also they are not jealous of each other. But Krishna also acted in a way that he did not give them any chance. Except Satyabhama got upset when the Parijat flower was given to Rukmani. So now he is describing a little bit how they lived together. So this is being described, this is how one should live in family life. Husband and wife should be like this. So there is no problem more than one wife. People have problem with one wife. Right? With one wife they are fighting. Here he has many and there is no fight. Sacharu abjakosha vadanayata bahu netra saprema hasarasa vikshita valgu jalpaihi sammohita bhagavato na mano vijaytum svai vibhramai samashakan vanita vibhumnaha. So he is describing now that although Krishna was living with these wives, and it appeared that he was like a hand-packed husband, completely under the control of his queens. But Sukadeva Goswami describes that it is not true, because Krishna is not controlled by anything except love. So because of their love, their devotion, their bhakti, he was under their control, not because they are wives and they are beautiful or anything. So he himself says that aham bhakta paradhina yasotantra iva dvija, that I am under the control of my devotees, and although I am Sarveshwara, but I become aswatantra, I become dependent or controlled. I give up my freedom because of love of my devotees. So here also it is being shown now that there are two things in relationship with the queens. One is that the queens are very beautiful, although they are already older now because grandchildren are getting married. But even then they are beautiful because they are transcendental. And the other part of the queens is that they are highly devoted to Krishna. So he is not leaving them when it says grihad anapagam viksha, seeing that he is not going away anywhere. So this is not because he was so much attracted to them that he did not want to go away. As it happens when young people get married, they are together, they are enjoying with each other. They don't want to be separated. So Krishna also was not separated, but this is because of their devotion, not just because of material attachment. So that's what is being described here. That he who has charu abja kosha vadanayat bahu netra. So he has face which is like lotus, beautiful, abja kosha, like the inner part of the lotus, ayat bahu netra, and he has very long arms and very elongated eyes touching the ears. So saprema hasarasa vikshita valgu jalpai, and he is full of love and smilingly he is looked by the queens. And valgu jalpai, and beautiful love speech. Sammohita bhagavatona mano vijetu. So he looked at them with beautiful smiles, spoke to them very sweet words, and thus they were completely transfixed and attached to him. Yet he says that Bhagavato na mano vijayatum svavibhramai samashakan. They were not able to attract Krishna's mind by their vibhrama, means by their womanly activities, movement of their bodily limbs, eyes, etc. It was not possible for them to attract his attention because of that. So, na mano vijayatum, they could not control his mind. So, eyes are naturally attracted to beauty. See the nature of our senses, that our senses, when they come in contact with sense object, and they don't have any choice not to experience it. It is not that you can say that I will open my eyes and I will not look. If you open your eyes and the object is there, then the eye sees it. So therefore in the Upanishad it is said that sense objects are like in Bhagavad Gita we studied that Indriyani paranyahu indriyebhya parammana mansastu parabuddhi abuddhe partastu saha. That senses are beyond the body and beyond body is mind. But in the Upanishad there is a similar sloka which says that beyond the senses is the sense object. Because senses are pulled by the sense object. So senses, they are under the control of the sense object. Because if you have your nose and if some smell is there, you cannot say I will not smell it. You cannot make that choice. If you put something in your tongue, you say I will not taste it. It's not possible. If you touch something with your hand, it's cold or hot, you cannot say I will not feel it. So senses do not have the choice. So they become attracted. And then along with sense goes the mind. Right? So yata yato nischarti. Wherever the mind goes, Krishna says, bring it back. So mind goes behind the senses. But he says that although these wives were very beautiful, very attractive, and they tried their all expertise to attract his mind, they were unable to do that. So na mano vijaytum savibhramai samashakan vanita vibhumna. That all these vanita, so vanita means beautiful young woman. That's why the word vanita has been used. In English you have the word vanity. Like you have, ladies have vanity bag. So that is the vanita bag. From vanita it became vanity. It's the bag of the ladies. So vanita vibhumna. So these vanitas, they were not able to entice him. And then in the next verse it describes more what all they did to allure him. Smayavaloka lavdarshita bhavahari Brahmandala prahita saurata mantra shondaihi patnestu shodash rahasra mananga banair yashendriyam vimathitum karnair nasheku. So yashendriyam vimathitum karnair nasheku. So in English also you have the word shake, here also sheku. So they were not able to shake his senses, his mind, or churn his mind by their womanly wiles, such as beautiful smile, smaya, smayam, smayam, smile, smaya. Sanskrit also has smaya, in English smile. And avaloka, and looking with a smiling face. And love, in English we have the word love, Sanskrit also we have love, but in Sanskrit the love means something else. Love means little. Why that? Love matra sadhu sang sarva siddhi hai, love. So love there means little. So lava darshita means that giving a side glance, little glance. And bhavahari, and bhava means with love, with affection. Hari bhrumandala prahita saurata mantra shondai. So saurat means love, mantra means, the word mantra, shondai, expert. So with expert mantras of love, they attacked him with ananga banai, with the arrows of Cupid. And 16,000 of them, patnestu shodash rahasra mananga banai, yasya indriyam vimathitum karnaina shekva. They were not able to agitate his mind, his senses, nothing. He remained completely cool, atmarama, absolutely situated in himself. So why this sloka? There are two slokas like this. There is one more which comes, I think, in the first canto. Just I think 2 words are different. Or maybe in 11th canto. So why this sloka is being shown? Just to show, so that we do not forget that Krishna is Bhagavan. Because tendency is to forget. We heard earlier Rāsa-līlā stories and now this. So we may think that, he is all into womanly company. There's so many women around. Krishna Lila is full of ladies, whether in Braj or in Dwarka. He is always surrounded by thousands and thousands of women. So his Lila is called Strī Bahula Lila. There is no other avatar of Bhagavan which has women like he has. Others have 1, 2 maximum, that's all. 2 is a limit. So he had thousands, and this is just to show that this is not what attracts his mind. His mind is only controlled by bhakti, by prema. So that's why he says that vimathitum karnai na sheku, that they were unable to churn his mind, attract his senses. Bhrumandal, it is moving the eyebrows, looking in a loving manner, and all other tricks to allure or entice a man. It did not work. Yet he was not leaving them, so how is this possible? Sounds contradictory. Earlier he said that he did not leave their company. Now you are saying that he was not, then why is he there? If you are not attracted to, if a man is not attracted to a woman, he doesn't want to spend his whole day there. Same with a woman. So you spend time with somebody whom you like. So why was he spending so much time with them? So that is because of their devotion part, the other side, and not this Swarat Mantra Shondai side. So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti says, Bhagavad Vilasa Matrena api Vashi Bhuta Nam Tasam Samanjas Rati Matvat Premaya Kamayascha Vilasa Sambhavanti Tatra Kamamayir Vilasair Etasyaha Vashi Abhavam Aha Etasya Vashi Bhavam Aha Charu iti Dvabhyam. So he says that these queens or these ladies, Bhagavad Vilasa Matrene api Vashi Bhutanam, that they were completely under the control of Sri Krishna by his activities, by his looks and so on. Tasam Samanjas Rati Matvat, and these queens, their love is called Samanjasa Rati. Right, we studied 3 types, that Sadharani, Samanjasa, and third one is Samartha. So their Rati is called Samanjasa. Samanjasa means appropriate, means which remains in the Maryada, according to the dharmic principles. They do not go out of that. So therefore he says that it has mixture of both. One is Premamaya, another is Kamamaya. Premamaya, Kamamayascha Vilasa Sambhavanti. So therefore their dealings with each other are based on love and also based on physical attraction. Kamamaya. Tatra Kamamayir Vilasair Etasyaha Vasi Bhavam Aha Charu iti Dvabhyam. So he says that Krishna, he was not controlled by Kamamaya Vilas of these gopis. He was only controlled by their Premamaya Vilas, means activities which generated or were inspired out of devotion, that only attracted Krishna's mind. But anything they did only from physical attraction point of view, that did not appeal to him. That's what is being described here. So this is the reason that these verses are being described here, so that we do not become confused or misunderstand Krishna, that he is just like any other ordinary person. It's like men and women, they become physically attracted out of lust. So that is not the case here. So therefore he speaks these 2 slokas, Charu iti. Charu abjakosha vad vadanam cha. So Krishna's face is described beautiful like the lotus flower. And ayatau bahu ayate netre cha. And he has very long arms and very big extended eyes. Saprema has rasena vikshitani cha. And he looks with beautiful, or he was looked with beautiful eyes by the queens. Valgo jalpascha tai sammohita. And there was sweet talk between them. So tai sammohita svaisvayer vibhramer vilasaitasya virmoji mano vijetum na samasakam. So the ladies, the queens, they were infatuated by his beauty, his long arms, beautiful face, eyes, etc. And then they tried to attract him also by their vibram vilas, by their love activities or their physical beauty, charm, etc. But they were unable to attract his mind. Tatra hetu vibhunah swataeva sarva apekshaniya padartha paripurnas. So why is it that? Because Krishna is described here as Vibhu or Vibhuman. So means he is complete in himself. And the only thing which he relates to is love and not anything else. Tasam kamamayan vibhraman vivrinoti smayati. So their lustful activities are being described in the 4th chapter, Smaya. Karan shabdasya indri vachakatvat karnair netrair anang banair yasya krishnasya indriyam mathitum nasheku. So the word karana here refers to the senses and especially the eyes, because it is with the eyes that you captivate the other person, or also become captivated through the eyes by looking. So they also shot their arrows from their eyes, because the eyebrows, the bhrumandal is compared like a bow, and the glances are like the arrows shot from them. So these are called anangaban, or the arrows of love. But this could not agitate or disturb Krishna's senses. So kidrishai, what are the type of arrows they shot? Smaya smitam tat sahito aviloka lavaha kataksha. So they were smiling, and along with that they were also looking at him in a very beautiful manner. Side glances. Darshitaha suchito abhiprayastena. And in this way they were indicating their intention to him. Hari manohari manoharan shilayad bhrumandalam tena. Their eyebrows were hari or manohari, which was very appealing to the eyes. These days they also make the eyebrows big, long, right? Put also eyelashes. So they naturally had like that. You don't have to go to beauty parlor for that. So whatever you get in the beauty parlor, they already have it. So prahita prasthapita ye sorat mantras teshu shondai. And they attacked Krishna with their saurat mantra. It's like in Tantra there are various activities. Maran, Uchchatan, Vashikaran, Sammohan. There are 6 activities of Tantra. So one of them is called Vashikaran. Vashikaran means to attract the other person, so that the other person just comes under your sway and becomes your follower. So that is mantra, and these are Saurat mantra, mantra of love. And they are Shaunda, they are very expert in it and very aggressive. Pragalbhai means also aggressive, but it did not work on Krishna. Itham ramapatim avapyapatim striyasta brahmadayopin vidhu padvim yadiyam bhejurmudavritam meditaya nuraga hasavaloka navasangam lalasadhyam. So these women, they have attained Krishna as their husband, who is like this, the way he has been described. And this Krishna is the husband of goddess of fortune, Ramapati. And they did not know that how great he is, because Brahmadayopina vidhu padvim yadiyam, that the position of Krishna, how great, how powerful, how wonderful he is not known even to great, highly learned persons like Brahma, who are knower of the Vedas. And it is from the Vedas that you understand him. Vedascha sarvairahameva vedya. Otherwise no one can know. So even Brahma was confused by seeing Krishna. He did not understand that Krishna is Swam Bhagavan. That's why he wanted to test him. So he says that these women also did not know the greatness of Krishna. And bhejur muda aviratam, but they were in love with him, and therefore they served him constantly. Aviratam means non-stop, not weekend holiday. 5 o'clock, close the computer, go home. No, it says bheju aviratam edhitaya anuraga, and their anuraga, their love kept on increasing. So Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam. So it increases in every step. Hasavaloka Navasangama Lalasadhyam. And smiling and looking with love at him, and very eager to have union with him as if they have never met him. Navasangam. It's like when husband and wife, or these days boyfriend, girlfriend, they meet for the first time. So like that, Navasangama Lalasa Adhyam. So their love was never getting stale. They were not getting bored. So every day appeared more and more attractive and beautiful. Tasam premamayir vibramais tadindriyam mathana karanakam angasangam chahaitamiti. So now he says that in this verse is talking about the physical association also, which can be the cause of agitation of the senses. So that is being described here. So in other words, there was nothing which could attract him at the physical level. It's only at the level of prema. Anuragaha prema vilasa vishesha tanmayo yo hasavloka. So anuraga is special level of prema, prema, pranaya, sneha, mana, raga, anuraga. So that is anuraga. And with that intensity of love, they look at him. Tena navana nitya nutana sangamo angasangasya. And therefore, because of love, Krishna appeared fresh every day. So when you love something or somebody, then you are never bored of that object or that person. that person always looks more and more attractive. That is the nature of love. And then Krishna is like that, who is always Navayavana. He is Naveen, he is fresh. So it works both ways, that because of love, he is fresh looking and he is fresh anyway. So therefore they were always eager to have his association, physical association. And triptiya bhavasya, and they were never satiated by it. It's not that they now don't want his company. Sometimes people live together and they say, give me a break. What is this? You're always hanging around here. Give me some space. So not like that. Tadadyam tadadikam anek vilasam swakartrikam krishna kartikam va bheju. So he says in this way, it was both ways. They were also doing various activities to please Krishna, to attract his mind, to play with him. And Krishna was also reciprocating. It's not that he just piece of rock. When it says his mind was not agitated, that is only from material lust point of view. But from the point of prema, he also equally reciprocated with them, played with them, joked with them, had fun. So they had their prema vilas. So tatha hamapi tachitto nidram cha na labhe nishi iti bhagavadukti gyapya. So how do we know that Krishna also behaved or reciprocated? He says there are many statements in Bhagavatam in different places where Krishna is also very eager to meet with them and very anxious to see them, to play with them. Just as he cites this statement, this is when Rukmani Devi had sent a letter, message through the messenger. So then Krishna says, Tatha hamapi tachitto nidram cha na labhe nishi. He said, yes, I am also thinking a lot about Rukmani, so much that at night I am unable to sleep. When you are in love with somebody, you think of that person, you cannot fall asleep. To sleep, you have to make your mind a little free from other things. If mind is intently fixed on anything, positive or negative, you cannot fall asleep. So he said that. And he is not just saying it, he was like that. Then more ikshito antuha purastrinam savrida smita vikshitaihi krichad vishrishto niragad jata haso haran manah. Krishna, who was looked by the queens in the palaces with smiles and coyous looks, it was very difficult for him to leave them and go, because he has to also go take care of so many things. So it was very difficult. Krichrad Visrishta. Very difficult to leave them and go away. And Nirajagad Jatahaso Haranmana. So he was leaving while looking at them in a very smiling manner and thus attracting their minds. Reve Stri Ratna Kutastho Bhagavan Prakrito Yatha. In the first canto also it was said that Bhagavan Sri Krishna, he enjoyed with best of women, surrounded by them, just like an ordinary man enjoys with women. Ityadi Shukokti Gyapyascha. So he says, from all these statements spoken by Shukdev Goswami, it is very clear that Krishna also played with them, reciprocated with them. Parijatadi aharana gyapyascha. It is also understood from the pastimes of Krishna going to Indraloka and then getting the Parijata tree and fighting with Indra for that. So naturally, if he was not in love with Satyabhama, why would he do that? he would have said, "Don't worry, I will get you some other flower." But he fulfilled her wish. So all these activities of love which Krishna did shows that he was also equally in love with them. Tadvasi bhavastu asti eva iti gayam. So from this it is understood that Krishna was also under the sway of their love. Pratyudgamasana varharana pada shaucha tambula vishramana bijana gandhamalyaihi kesha prasara shayana sapnopaharyai dasi shatapi vibhor vidadhusma dasyam. Now it is describing how they served Krishna with love. So he says that dasi shatapi vidadhu smadasyam. These were twins and they had hundreds of maid servants. There was no lack of people serving there. When the princesses would get married, along with them many girls will come who are of same age. They will go with them and live with them. It used to be like that. So although they had hundreds of maid servants, but they themselves did personal service to Krishna. And this verse is describing the various types of services which they did. Pratyudgama, that when Krishna entered the palace, they would stand up to receive him. Asana, and they will give him seat to sit down. Varaharana, worship him. Pada Shaucha, wash his feet. Tambula, give him tambula to eat. Vishramana, press his feet to remove fatigue if he has any. And Bijana, and fan him in the summer. No AC, there was no fan, so they personally take the hand fan and Bijana. And Gandhamalai, and give him fragrant things, perfumes, sprinkle on him. Make garlands, decorate him. Kesha Prashara, clean his hair, tie them nicely, shampoo them. Shayana, make him lie down in the bed. Sing. Snapana, give him bath. Upaharyai Dashi Shata. So in this way, the queens were doing personal service to him. So we don't see gopis doing this kind of service to Krishna because they don't get such chance. So this is something they do which is more than what gopis can do with him. So tasam tadvishyak premna paricharyatmaka kan anubhavanah pratyudgamati. So this verse describes the anubhava or the manifestation of their love in form of various activities to serve him, to please him. Although it is not needed, Krishna may not need any of these things, but still they want to do. He may not need the fanning, but still they do it. It's like when you do arti, so you do the fan. Although there is AC these days in the temple, right? So when AC is there, then why is there to do the fan? So still you do it. Or it's in cold country and then they are doing the fan. So Vararana Pushpa, Pushpanjali, Ratananjali, Nikshepadi. So they also worshipped him, they gave him seats, sit down, and then offering flowers at his feet, some ornaments, offering to them. So in these last 4 slokas, it has been described how Krishna and the queens, they reciprocated in love with each other. Now he gives the names of the sons of the 8 principal queens. Tasam yadas putranam Krishna strinam purodita Ashtau mahishya tatputran pradyumnadin grinamite. So Sukadeva Goswami says that of all these queens, the wives of Krishna, which I have mentioned earlier, each one gave birth to 10 sons. Among the 16,108 queens, 8 were principal queens. So he says that I will give you the list of the names of their sons. So means 8 into 10, 80 names he is going to list. More than that he cannot, because this will be how many? 16,000 multiplied by 10 is 1,60,000, right? It's a lot of names. It's like a big town full of children. So prasangika muktva prastutamah tasamiti. So what was said was incidental. Now what he really wanted to say comes to that topic. So das putra yasam tasam madhye yavastau mahishya pragvakta. So all these queens had 10 children. Out of that 8 were prime. So he is going to speak about those names. So now listen to the names. Charu Deshna Sudeshnascha Charu Dehascha Viryavan Sucharus Charu Guptascha Bhadra Charus Tathapara Charu Chandro Vicharuscha Charuscha Dasmo Harehe Pradyumana Pramukha Jata Rukmanyam Navama Pituhu. So Rukmani gave birth to 10 children. The eldest one was Pradyumna. So we already read the story of Pradyumna. He was kidnapped by Shankasura. Right? So now the names of others are coming. So they're all Charu. Charu means beautiful. So each one of them, except for Pradyumna. Pradyumna means who is very brilliant, effulgent one. So one is Charu Deshna, number 2 Sudeshna, number 3 Charu Deha, who is very powerful, number 4 Sucharu, number 5 Charu Gupta, number 6 Bhadra Charu, number 7 Charu Chandra, number 8 Vicharu, number 9 Charu. So it's good, easy to remember. It's sons of Rukmani, they are all some kind of Charu. So even if you don't remember, at least call him Charu. Right? Because you don't call the full name generally. So if his name is Charu Deshna, still you can call him Charu. If his name is Charu Chandra, still you can call him Charu. No problem. So easy to remember. And Pradyumna Pramukha Jata, Pradyumna is the eldest one, and Nava Mahapitu. Again he is saying that they were not less than Krishna in any way. So we know about Pradyumna that he was so much like Krishna that even the queens mistook him for Krishna. Everything about him, he was exactly like him. So others also says Navama. Not less. Then next comes, so after Rukmani, who is the next one? Satyabhama. Otherwise she will get upset. She will list anyone else. She will come running. So now the 10 sons of Satyabhama. So Satyabhama or Bhama, Bhanu. Bhanu, Subhanu, Swarbhanu, Prabhanur Bhanumans Tatha, Chandrabhanur Brihadbhanu, Ratibhanus Tathashtamaha, Shribhanu Pratibhanuscha Satyabhama Atmajadasha. So 10 sons of Satyabhama are Bhanu, Subhanu, Swarbhanu, Prabhanu, Bhanuman, Chandrabhanu, Brihadbhanu, Ratibhanu, the 8th, Shribhanu, Pratibhanu. These are the 10 sons. So, Charu and Bhanu. Then that's all. Others are all different. Only these two. These two have like the common. Here the Charu part, here the Bhanu part. Sambha, Sumitra, Purujit, Chachit, Chasahasrajit, Vijayaschitra Ketuscha, Vashuman, Dravudha Kratu, Jamvatya Sutahi Ete, Sambhadya Pitri Sammataha. So next is Jambavati. So their sons are known as Samba. Everybody knows Samba, famous. Others are not known. Sumitra, Purujit, Shatjit, Sahasrajit, Vijaya, Chitraketu, Vasuman, Dravid, Kratu. So these are the 10 sons of Jambavati. And beginning with Samba. And they were very dear to Sri Krishna. Then next is Nagnajiti. So Viras Chandros Vasenascha Chitraguru Vegavan Vrishaha Amah Shankurvasu Shriman Kuntir Nagnajite Sutaha. So sons of Nagnajiti are Vira, Chandra, Ashvasena, Chitragu, Vegavan, Vrishaha, Amaha, Shanku, Vasu, Shriman, Kunti. These are her sons. Then next is Kalindi. Shrutaha Kavir Vrisho Vira Subahur Bhadra Ekalaha Shantir Darsha Purnamasha Kalindya Somako Vadaha. So Kalindi sons are Shruta, Kavi, Vrisha, Vira. This is Vira number 2 because Nagnajiti also had a son called Vira. Subahu, Bhadra, Ekala, Shantir, Darsha, Purnamasha, and the youngest is Somaka. Then comes Bhadra, or is it Madri? Madri is Bhadra. Lakshmana. So Lakshmana's sons are coming. Praghosho Gatravan Simho Balah Prabala Urdhvagaha Madra Putra Mahashakti Saha Ojo Aparajitaha. So Praghosh, Gatravan, Simha, Bala, Prabala, Urdhvaga, Madrya, Saha, Oja and Aparajita. These are the sons of Madri or Lakshmana. They are all very powerful. Then comes Mitravinda. Vriko Harsonilo Gridro Vardhano Nada Evacha Masha Pavano Vanir Mitravindatmajakshadhi. So the sons of Mitravinda are Vrika, Harsha, Anila, Gridra, Vardhana, Unnada, Mahasha, Pavana, Vanni, Mitravindatmaja, Kshudhi and Kshudhi. So these are all sons of Mitravinda. Then Sangramjit Brihat Sena Sura Praharnorijita Jaya Subhadro Bhadraya Vama Ayusha Satyakaha Diptiman Stamra Taptadya Rohanya Stanaya Harehe. So then there is a Rohini. Is also mentioned here. Her sons are. So there is also Krishna's, Balram's mother's name was Rohini. Krishna also had a wife whose name was Rohini. So their sons are Sagramjit, Brihatsen, Sura, Praharna, Arijit, Jaya, Subhadra, Bhadra, Vama, Ayu and Satyaka. Deeptiman, Deeptiman is this. No, these are the sons of Bhadra. First they are sons of Bhadra, and that were the 8. So 8 are completed here. We have Rukmani, Satyabhama, Jambavati, then Nagnijit, Kalindi 5, then we have Lakshmana 6, then we have Mitravinda 7, and then Bhadra. So Sangramjit, Brihatsena, Shura, Praharno, Arijit, Jaya, Subhadra, Bhadraya, Vame, Ayuscha, Satyaka. So these are the sons of Bhadra. He is the 8th one. And then he has also mentioned 2 sons of Rohini, 9th wife. Deeptimans, Tamra Taptadya, Rohinyas, Tanayahare. The sons of Rohini are Deeptiman, Tamratapta and so on. And Pradyumna Chanruddha Bhud Rukmavatyam Mahabala. And Pradyumna's son's name was Aniruddha, means Krishna's grandson. And he was born from Rukmavati, who was daughter of Rukmi. So Rukmi, brother of Rukmani, his daughter was married to Pradyumna, sons of Rukmani. And then Putriyam tu Rukmino Rajan Namna Bhoj Kate Pure Ete Sham Putra Potrasya Babhuva Kotisho Nripa. And Rukmani, the daughter of Rukmani, was the king. He lived in Bhojkata. Remember when he was defaced by Krishna, he said, I will not enter my kingdom. So he stayed away and he made his own kingdom called Bhojkata. So he remained there. And then he says, Etesham putra potrasya babhuvu kotisho nripa. And then their sons and grandsons that turn into millions. Because already now imagine each one produces 10. So that will become 1.6 million. Matraha Krishna Jata Nam Sahasrani Cha Sodasa. So their mothers are 16,000. So these are the various children. Now he is going to talk about killing of Rukmi. We'll do that tomorrow. Any question on this? Okay.
Question is what is how the word Chitra Bhu? What does it mean, Chitra Bhu?
Chitra Gavo Yasya Sa Chitragu. Cows. One who has multicolored cows is called Chitragu.
That's the name of the son of the Krishna, Chitra Bhu.
No, it's the name of son. Whether he has cows or not, that is different. It's just name. The samas, go becomes gu
This
by the samas rule. Samashant. Bhushan.
I was just curious that in those times, the naming convention, did they also have like last names based on the father or like the mother or the place? Or is it based on Varna? Like how would you identify which part, which Varna they are from based on?
Mother's name. Father is equal, so there will be confusion. Suppose that 2 of them are named Veera. So then you will say, is Veera Krishna, same. But mothers are different. So give the mother's name. Then you say that he is Veera of Satyabhama and this guy is Veera of Kalindi. Like you have seen the names in the Arab, they will say bin. Muhammad bin Salman something bin. Bin means off. Means he is off. They give the father's name. That is his name, off. He is Muhammad off so and so. Because there are so many Muhammad, Very common name. So you have to say bin. Sandeep.
So just for curiosity's sake, what was there instead of shampoo at that time? Like amla shikakai?
Yes. Rita. You know this Rita?
Yes.
So that's used for washing hair. And Multani Mitti. Have you seen Multani Mitti?
Yes, sir. That is for face, no?
No, for hair. It's very good. Removes all oily stuff. It's type of clay, whitish color.
There are so many sons of Krishna, like millions of sons of Krishna. In Shastra, we're also not given really a rasa of like, you want to attain Krishna as your father. It's like more sounds like Christianity. But we still have so many, and they also have Lila, and there are some, are they Jivas or also another thing?
These are eternal associates.
They're Nitya Siddha Parikarya, and they're just that, but, and also why there is no rasa that somebody, you want to attain the position of Krishna's son in the spiritual world, but is nothing like that in Shastra.
You see, the point is that we always get confused about this, becoming son, becoming that. Why this idea comes? Because we actually don't understand what is bhakti. Bhakti means to do service, right? The very meaning of the word bhakti is seva. Bhajityasa vai dhatu sevayam prakirteta. That's why bhakti asya bhajanam yaha mutra. So bhakti means bhajan, bhajan means seva. Here also after death. So now if you become son, what service will you do? You will take service. Right? So it doesn't fit.
I wanted to know the meaning of Bhanu.
Bhanu, son.
Son. And then we were also reading in Kavya about Dashrata, the meaning of the name. So it comes from Dasha, 10, and Ratha, the chariot. But how is this translated? How
Means
to take?
his chariot moved in all 10 directions. He was conquering.
Okay, thank you.